Hey, today we're going to be doing box plots, and they're kind of funny looking, but they're a lot of fun. So let's get going. All right, on this page, we're going to have the definition of what all of this is going on here. So in here, they put in a lot of words. I'll be reading this in a second. We will be highlighting some things. We'll be color coding the terms that go together. So if you don't want to hear me read it, just pay attention to the color coding or do how you feel you need to have it done. And you can pause it for this part if you want. You can understand data displayed in a box plot. You can use data displayed in a box plot to make comparison. A box plot is a graph that uses three quartiles, the median, the upper quartile, and the lower quartile of a set of data to provide a visual display of the data. The median, the middle number, divides the set into two parts. So this is the median. The median of the lower half is called the lower quartile. So the median of the lower quartile is here, and that runs between here and here. That number is the median. Okay, the data is split equally into four sections. 1, 2, 3, 4. If a section has a smaller range, remember range, that word range is the difference between what? All right, so like I was saying, the range is the largest minus the smallest, and you get the range. So it was talking about if the range in here is smaller than the range here, what it means is in this section is more consistent and closer together. Okay, I know that's a lot to throw at you, so let's put into action and let's see if we can make this make some sense. All right, the ages of people in Angelina's water aerobics class are shown on the table. Make a box plot. What conclusion can you draw about the ages of the people in Angelina's water aerobics class based on the box plot? So it's going to step us through there. First off, we need to notice that we have a set of data. These are the people in the class. And so we need to, first thing, identify the lower and the upper extremes of data. That means my smallest number and my highest number. And so after looking at my numbers, my smallest number is 51 and my largest number is 67. Now it asks me to order the ages from least to greatest. I have 10 numbers there, so I want to make sure I get them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, let's order them from least to greatest. Ta-da! So now we need to find the median. Whenever I have these words, I like to put my cue words for me, just so I can keep them straight. That's the middle. For an even set, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, etc., I need to find the average between the two. So I need to find the mean between the two numbers. So in this case, there are 10. So when I check it off, you notice I'm using a lighter color. I'm not going to mark over my numbers because I need them for lots of things. So what I need to do is set up an equation. I need to add them together, 58 plus 60, and divide by 2. So when I do that, I find that my median is 59. All right. So what we're getting to is we're starting to get our median. This is our median of our data set right here. So now we need to find the information for the lower quartile. My lower quartile. I need to find the median, the middle of the lower half. So that is this part right here, these first 5 numbers. So since it's 5, we're going to have odd numbers. So that means there's going to be one directly in my center, so that would be 54. Okay, now we need to find the upper quartile. The upper quartile is this way. The median for this upper half is 62. There's 5 digits. I'm sorry, 5 numbers. 62 is in the center. All right, so here's where we start putting it all together. We're going to make our first box plot. We need to plot all 5 numbers. Okay, so the first number I need to plot is 59. So I'm going to plot 59. My lower quartile median is 54. I've used that one. I've used that one. My upper median is 62. Okay, now we need to go all the way back up here to the top. And I need to get my lowest extreme and my highest extreme. So that's 51 and that's 67. All right. From my lowest extreme to the median of my bottom half, I'm going to draw a line. That's my whisker. Same thing from the median of my upper half. I'm going to connect those. Now I'm going to draw a line here and I'm going to make a box between those two. And then that dot is going to be separated there. So when we look at this, we can see that this area is a little bit bigger than this area. That means that this area is more tightly packed. We have our outliers out here. These are our extremes, but this is where the majority of our information is. So it asks us, what conclusion can we draw about the ages of the people in Angelina's water aerobics class? Well, we can say that the majority of her students are in this range. The majority are in this range. So let me write it up for you. All right, the majority of students are between the ages of 54 and 62. All right, here's another one. This one already has it drawn out for us. Mr. Ayala, the coach at the school's bowling team, recorded the bowling scores of his 6th, 7th, and 8th grade teams during the last competition. The results are shown in box plots he drew using one number line. Which team had the greatest range of scores and which team had the greatest median scores? So how many questions are we asking? 1, 2. How many answers should you have? 2. All right, so remember range is another word for spread. They use them interchangeably. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at what they have here. What have they given us? So we have this chart and it says find the box plot with the greatest range. Look for the plot that has the largest spread. There we go. Between the two ends of the whiskers. So, and look, here they said range. Here they said spread. It is the same thing. They will flip like that. So that's why I like to key my words, that's what we're doing. Okay, so what we're doing is we're looking for the greatest distance between these 2 points here. Okay, we're looking for the greatest range overall. Okay, so I just need to do some subtraction problem after I figure out what my values are. So sometimes you have to do some estimation. This one looks like it's hitting right at 210. And then you subtract from it. Let's see. That looks to be about 155. And this is 8th grade. So when I subtract that, I have 55. So 7th grade, and that one's easy, that's 200. And then that's 145. So when I subtract that, I have 55. And 6th grade, I have 205. And I'm going to subtract from that 140. So that's 65. Which one of those is the largest? 65. This one is the largest. So the 6th grade 6 team has the widest range, and I'm just going to put at 65 points. I'm just going to add that part to it. All right, so now we have to compare the median scores of the 3 box plots. The median means the middle. The median score for the 6th grade team, median is this middle line, is right there at 170. The median score for the 7th grade team is right there at 180. And the median score for the 8th grade team, that's between the two, so I'm going to estimate that to be 175. So from this, we can answer this question. So which team has the greatest median score? Be the 7th grade. 7th grade team. So to sum up our questions, we're just going to fill in the blanks. Which team had the greatest range of score? That would be the 6th grade team, and the other one will be the 7th grade team. All right, so I'm going to do one quick more one with you just to make sure you understand how to read this. It says the box plot shows the daily attendance for the chess club for 3 months. We have June, May, April. Which month has the greatest range between the upper and lower quartiles? So what that's talking about, let's maybe put my highlighter too. What that's talking about is the range between this set, my lower quartile and my upper quartile. It's not talking about my extremes, it's talking about the quartiles. So once we know what we're talking about, this question's a lot easier. We just need to track it down, get our numbers, and subtract and find out which one is the largest. And remember, the other word for range is spread. So pause it, do it, and then check it. All right. After you do the subtraction of the two numbers, the upper from the lower, you will find that 7, 5, and 6. So which one has the greatest spread? Which one would that be? It would be June. So your question says, explain how you know. This is the part y'all hate doing, but you need to do it. You need to practice it. So you start talking about what you did. Okay, so you can say, I found the difference between the upper and lower quartile for each month. All right, I found it a little easier to pause it and write it. So I found the difference between the upper and lower quartile for each month. The month with the greatest range is June. And I decided to add on range equals 7. So that just gives you a sample of how you can choose to explain. Remember, just tell what you did. Not I added the numbers or subtracted the numbers and I got the answer. That's not what we mean. If I were to say or tell someone I found the difference between the upper and lower quartile for each month, the month with the greatest range is June. That's saying what I did and what I was looking for, and it gives a nice answer for that. All right, you're ready to rock and roll. Do your homework.